All right, so this is a suggestion via Discord. The name of the video is No More Room at the Inn. New York City rolls back on sheltering migrants. Let's go check it out.
And cities across the United States are being forced to roll back aid to migrants as costs rise and border crossings remain high. It's had a lot of people's blood boiling in both directions. From Chicago to Denver, shelters are denying entry to families. And in some cases...
Bro, Denver was completely fine with it. Like every single time we've encountered anything regarding Denver and the migrant crisis, Denver Mayor Mike Johnston just basically kept saying the only thing that matters to us is work permits. He specifically did not care at all about the influx of individuals flocking to his city and the drain on their local resources. He cared none. So I'm not sure Denver or Mike Johnston specifically should matter in this instance.
Both directions. From Chicago to Denver, shelters are denying entry to families and in some cases even shutting down completely. New York City Mayor Eric Adams saying, quote, "There's no more room in the inn." We are joined now by Democratic New York City Council member Robert Holden. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us, Robert.
My pleasure, Anna.
Exactly how much is New York cutting back?
Well, the mayor has a plan that he said they're only going to put the migrants, at least single migrants, up for 60 days, and then they have to reapply. But that's not going far enough. He should just announce we can't take any more. Like you said, there's no more room at the inn. But he should have said this a couple of years ago. This is, when the migrants can't work and they're able-bodied and they're sitting around, what are they going to do? Well, they'll panhandle, they'll do, illegal work, but they'll also do some crime, and we've had that. So many neighborhoods around the city are saying enough's enough. We can't put them up in our neighborhoods, and we don't want to have increased crime. So we're stuck between a rock and a hard place here in New York City.
Yeah, no more room at the inn. And, some are saying that hotel rooms in New York are higher than they would have been because they're being taken up by migrants.
Yeah, supply and demand absolutely is increasing the prices of most likely everything locally. Housing prices are definitely increasing. And the cost of even wanting to go and visit Manhattan currently is more money. Right? Supply and demand. In fact, the government will pay more for a migrant to be in that hotel room than you will pay. So if you can afford it, then you can't afford it.
Instead, the cost of housing all of these migrants, it's not sustainable, is it? And taxpayers are the ones footing the bill.
It's not.
Help us to unpack some of these costs. So we've got $68,000 is what the estimate is of a cost of an illegal immigrant. This is according to the House Budget Committee. That's $68,000 in the lifetime fiscal drain per illegal immigrant. Do you think that number is spot on? Do you think it's high? Do you think it's low? And what's attributed to it?
Well, again, that's not high enough because it's estimated, in a couple of years, if we can't sustain it, it's going to cost $12 billion, not million, $12 billion, because we're paying for everything. We're even giving them free legal service when they get arrested. That is unsustainable. And again, New York City has a budget, and we're not paying enough. We're not actually supporting our parks and our police. Our fire, and so everything gets cut back.
Schools.
Back when this happens. So $12 billion over a couple of year period is, again, unsustainable.
Guys, keep in mind, there are people in Manhattan who have lived there their entire life, who do not make $68,000 a year. Reality. And if you look at the rest of the United States of America, again, that is a high average. All right? There are people here who have been paying into the taxes for their entire life, who have never made or never seen $68,000 a year. But apparently it's okay to, give it away willy-nilly and get nothing in return for it.
New York City Mayor Adams is pulling back on his welcome to migrants. Let's take a listen to this.
We are going to fulfill our moral and legal obligation to house everyone that enters New York City. That is what we have done, and that is what we will continue to do. Let me tell you something, New Yorkers. Never in my life have I had a problem that I did not see an ending to. I don't see an ending to this. I don't see an ending to this.
No, why?
This issue will destroy New York City.
Bro, you're telling people that generally make based off of the median household income in Venezuela specifically. I'm going to say that. I'm going to point out Venezuela specifically in this instance here. Median household income of somewhere between $145 to maybe about $300 a month. Because you're telling people in that grew up in that have lived in that their entire life, that they can come to the biggest city in America, right? And you'll give them $70,000 a year. That's what, I mean, bro, I'd come too. What do you mean?
I've been reading that the mayor recently suggested a decompression strategy to distribute asylum seekers across the country instead of just a few select cities. Could this work, or would cities be opposed to after seeing what's going on here? What are taxpayers going to say?
Some cities in New York State threatened to sue, and they are suing, so I don't think it'll work. I don't believe we should spread them around the country. That's just making the problem worse. I think, again, there's got to be a secure border. That's the answer. He should be calling, and he should be calling out the president like I did. I'm a Democrat.
He won't.
I'll call out the president. The answer. He should be calling, and he should be calling out the president like I did. I'm a Democrat. I'll call out the president. The president has been asleep at the wheel on this one. He's been for years, again, not secure. Why wouldn't you want to secure the border? Especially the city, New York City was the #1 target on 9/11. And we're facing another 9/11 unless we do something. So the mayor, I'm loyal to my country. My party comes way down the list.
That's actually one of the most respectable things that I've heard. Absolutely. In a pretty long time. So you guys send me a lot of crazy videos to look at. All right. That's absolutely how it should be. He seems to not be stuck in an echo chamber, and I love that about him. Right. I want to follow this man now, right? Because in fact, the most important thing is be loyal to the United States of America. Fact. I don't care about the party you're associated to. I'm going to be honest. I don't care about your party. I am not in your echo chamber. I will in fact find things that the left says crazy, and the things that the right says absolutely crazy also. So it's like, bro, I am not interested. All right, we're here for the United States of America, and that is basically it. That party nonsense, bro. Nah, bro. Vote who you align with. All right, that's it. If that's your thing, right? Find something you like about the person that is speaking, and if you like what they're saying, vote for them. Right? If you don't vote for them. Party. That party relationship thing is weird. For loyalty. So I'm loyal to my country. I want to see us survive, and I don't want to see another 9/11. So we all have to call out the party as Democrats and say, enough's enough. We can't deal with this situation that, and the mayor's got to say that. He doesn't really call out Biden enough. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He won't.
Look, it's been 23 years since 9/11. Do you think some Americans have forgotten?
Well, some New Yorkers and my colleagues on the city council, many were in diapers or weren't even in New York City or weren't born yet. And that's how bad it is. So I remember 9/11. We lost a lot of friends, and obviously it's a situation we don't want to see again. But when you have, and there's 2 million people on the world watch list, 2 million. And with that border with millions of people coming across, there's in there. And it's just an accident waiting to happen. And again, Democrats have to, across the country, have to really call out their own party on this.
Thanks for watching.
All right. Yeah, that's it, bro. The concept of party unity needs to basically go away. Like, if you want actual change in the United States of America, stop joining these echo chambers. Actual change will come from someone who loves the country. For example, I kind of always say this here. Think of the United States of America as your mother, right? Your mother has flaws, in fact, but you're not going to ever disrespect my mother, bro. I'm sorry. Like, it is kind of what it is in this instance. The only way to fix our actual issues is to completely obliterate the concept of party lines. That's it. All right. It's all nonsense. All of it. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd, along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.